we go.
I tell him to wait. Liar man, let Jaja judge you. Liar man, I tell him to wait. Liar man, let Jaja judge you.
So what, you keep lying? Lie, 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 lie. You lie, you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, oh, Mr. Liar Man. I say you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Mr. Liar Man. Hey, oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Jano, Jano, Jano. Rastafari no.
Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja judge you. Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja judge you.
Mr. Liar Man, me nah go burn you with no fireman. Me nah go burn you on the fire pan. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man. Mr. Liar Man, get away because me never love you. I say oh no Jaja, I go judge you. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man.
Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja judge you.
You ready for the boy them?
Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja judge you.
Wanna hear it? Don't ever follow back on Mr. Liar Man them. Because the name say it already, you know. You see me? Mr. Liar Man, wicked man, bad man, and foolish man. You see me? Fire upon Mr. Wicked Man them. Mr. Liar Man them. Fire!
This where I'm going back to my Lord.
in the first place? Where are you?
Look, I came on a radio talk show to Hub FM. I was invited here. And I came to speak to the Liberian people. The president has endorsed this group. He said we should provide security for ourselves.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just told that the joint security is scrutinizing your statement that you're going to establish.
The scrutinizing is stealing that open doing.
Are you not afraid?
Afraid of who? Arrest?
Yes.
What are they waiting for?
On the call about one day you might be a picker in the street.
Oh yes, I want to be bigger in the street for the Liberian people. Why they can't come now? You will not have police in the mouth to make fun. You saw the people in local country. The war immigration. You know, for CDC behind the police spokesman said he didn't see those people. All of my people you saw. Listen to the president. When the president said he don't know the CDC COP, all of that group you saw.
Do you think the Liberians are listening to what you say? Do you think are they following you?
Then we listen. We want to say to this president, you were elected to govern this country.
Yes.
You were not elected to be selective.
Yeah.
When you become selective, that will happen. You know how long it took the president to make one statement to say arrest? After the chain was being put on last, it took him 6 days.
It's better late than never.
Mr. President, to hell with you.
You are always bitter with this president.
Because of the way
are you frank? Do you talk to him sometimes?
Are we being treated fairly in the country? No. The people are hungry in the country.
No.
He wants to create a situation where he can be re-elected.
How are you going to maintain the 1,005% or 2,005 you're talking about?
All the people will pay because you saw what happened on the Judah 26. You saw what happened on the Judah 26. When the Sibitians went inside to harass and jump into poor home and were looting things. It was not only early boys that were affected. Citizens were affected. You didn't see it. They were joking and riot. People using their mouth to make fun of the Liberian people.
This is my honor man your re-election bid on the call back.
If you have done my re-election, I'm already elected. I'm worried about election. I'm already elected. Look, the Liberian people looking for somebody to stand up for them.
Yes.
I want to be killed for the Liberian people.
Exactly.
I want to be arrested for the Liberian
No way,
people.
no way. No way.
Never found no man to be brave like this.
Yes.
You see the guys? That 1,200 people making fun.
Are you going to go across the country to recruit people?
1,002 is for Bossoralo County. We will have 1,000 in each county. What they want to do to rig the election will bother with us.
What mandate will you give your men when you train them? What will you tell them to do?
I want our people to tell this president that he was elected for all, not for seditions. We are all human beings. If we didn't vote for you, that doesn't mean we are not Liberian. We are Liberian, right? So provide security for us. You can tell us double, but go to West Point, put CCTV to our house. What's the stable calling you got for double to put CCTV to our house? Hey man, let's stop the joking, man. Let's stop it. For them to have full ceremony for those CDC boys, the president said he don't know them. That deception. That's making more people.
Why you right about you left? You know
what I'm saying? We are calling on the people to be peaceful. As soon as the president in charge of this situation, we will go back into and wait to see what happens.
Don't you see this court as an incitement on the part for other people to just say, I'm not going to treat my own or protection or protect the people?
You don't want to say that they can use that. Yeah, when they can, you condemn it. The president has said, provide security for yourself. The president didn't say, so you are journalist, you saw it. Was he under the influence of something? Yes. You were under the influence of something, make you go hard. You need to stop.
How long are you going to continue on this advocacy?
As long as Ambassador, we are refused to provide security for the Liberian people, we're going to provide security for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We will not sit down here, the people can kill us.
What are you going to be? What are you going to be great way? What are you going to have?
Marshal I, I'm a black belt holder. I'm a black belt holder. We will train our boys. I served in the Liberian National Police for 11 years. But self-defense. Self-defense.
I'm sure your colleague who are staying in force can sometimes call you to tune down your volume.
No, let me tell you something. If election was held, all the police people work against Ambassador.
True.
Even the SS people.
Do they tell you that?
Hey man, I don't have to tell you what they tell me. Look, when I was in the police, Patrick Sulu, the police director, used to ride the back of my pickup. He used to tell me, yes sir. You are our filing clerk. So you don't know operation, you don't know policing. But you know, they say, well, who know you will take you here and what you know will make you to stay.
As a legislator, and then you are on the side of advocacy, you have the masses behind you. What is the difference between you being a legislator and being an advocate that you're doing now?
But we are elected to advocate for our people. Lawmakers should be an advocate. That's not my job to go sit down with Natalie Magay, be friendly with him before he can't be a role in my district. My job is to say, Natalie Magay, you are eating coke boy, you know how far that I use the money district number 10 like they do it. You think I will beg them to go do job in my district? Do
you have contenders in district number 10? I'm told the CDC will be supporting the current Inspector General of the Ministry of Commerce, Josephine Davis.
You think bleaching contact in district number 10?
What do you mean?
No, we're not doing bleaching contact in district number 10.
What do you mean?
District number 10 is a serious place. District number 10 is the most popular, the most respected district in the history of Liberia. Yes. I feel I went to local country. You saw when I went to grace my invitation that was sent to me by the Unity Party, right? To grace the convention, right? When they called my name, what happened? The whole place go, wow. Ambassador, we have thought nobody could stand in his face. They harassed Eddie here for 12 years. They took casket around here. They put Joseph Baka and elevator on casket. But we do our own here, you complain? You think we can talk casket?
His name is Representative Yeke Koluba. One of the primary reasons why I call you here is that a lot of us, including me, we are concerned about your recent pronouncement with the formulation of a new group. I see you buried it. I don't know the name of
the Opposition Protection Unit.
The Opposition Protection Unit.
You see, so I mean, all of the vests. Yeah, all of the vests and were printed from where all in Liberia.
Opposition Protection Unit.
Yes.
OPU.
Yeah, and you see me, my berry, right? Are you going live for the people to know?
Yeah.
Okay, you live. I hope that 419 there. I hope you're going live.
Everything you want me to blog, even the live.
You see some of my people, right? They are in the beret.
So why did you form this group?
The president said no security. You think I'm going to say about to kill me? 2023 will be more. It will be worse than what happened July 26. This and it will be protecting our political leaders and protecting our supporters and the Liberian people. And don't take it for a joke.
The Liberian people, the police are here.
Where you go? Start making fun of them. We are going to train people for self-defense. I'm a former police officer. Riot control. I did riot control at the police academy. I am one of the instructors. We started already. We started doing our physical fitness. We got some martial art people, trying to train our people. Master day martial. I'm a second day black belt holder. Where you go?
Where's the training?
You will be invited on our second training day.
So you have had a first training?
We had the first training, and the people that we train already. Those are some of the people you see behind me. We have started the training with the first 50 men. Because one of the people said, until you can be tracked, we'll protect ourselves. Oh, you think I'm joking with it? And I said, nobody can ask me why you wearing a vest. Nobody's supposed to ask me. Do we have security in the country? The president said this.
You officially make no mistake that because we bear certain title or we occupy certain space in government, and you think that position has taken away from us our true identity. We want to officially announce to the world and the international community that what we fought for, we will not sit here as spectators and watch it come on an attack. But those friends who believe that nothing good can ever happen on our watch, we want to say moving forward, when there is any call demonstration, as lawmakers can lead, want to say in my official capacity, whether you call me mayor or you call me youth chairperson, want to assure the public and international community we will be protectors of our democracy. We will be on the scene also. We will lead such forces also.
Your protection for our country.
Never again. And let me say this in a lot of words. Never again such mistaken incident will occur. And you think that we will sit and somebody in Utopia believing that because the love of this country, and you think that you have monopoly in distributing fears and panic in the people. No. That is not possible. Unless we are not in this corridor. We have not been moved. I want to say thank you for the privilege given to me by the National Youth League for asking me to communicate this view. So two decisions. The first decision, what we will not accept anymore, is to think that how can you have elections? People jump into the street and begin to threaten our democracy, and you think we will go and we will sit as spectators? No. If no one will do that, the Youth League, on our watch, will protect the democracy of this country. I want to say to you, the reason we call, so that you cannot be surprised. And don't think because I serve as a mayor, we will be on the front burner. We will lead our people that we led them before. We will be there. Any day that will be announced here by anyone, we want to say to you, similar day will be announced by us. And whatsoever you are, we will also be there, and we'll meet in flesh and blood, so as Liberians, and to see exactly whether you got the capacity to threaten our peace. Thank you very much.
Look, a benevolent dictator, meaning somebody like who alone can sit in the room and make a decision can change the country faster. This is what's happening in a lot of the Asian dictatorships where The benevolent dictator just said, okay, you know what, I don't hear what the other people say in the view. I won't build that road and I'll put the money there. Because so now you see one build the road, people say, okay, do the land, everybody start democratizing the decision, then you slow. But we need tough decisions, so let's reorient this whole government. The president will now have that resounding mandate for people to be afraid of him. So this is the mandate that you want to give him this December 8th.
Constantly threatening the states, constantly inciting people. I want to be clear. We will now tolerate those kind of citizens, those that constantly insulting the president. I want to be clear that after this, there will be no citizen in this country and identify you that will ever insult the president and think you will walk in the street prison.
If no one will do that, the Youth League, under our watch, will protect the democracy of this country. I want to say to you, the reason we call, so that you cannot be surprised. And don't think because I serve as a mayor, we will be on the front burner. We will lead our people like we led them before. And whatsoever you are, we will also be there and we'll meet in flesh and blood. So as Liberians, and to see exactly whether you got the capacity to threaten our peace. Thank you very much.
Isoja nomkondo esiswe Bowamudawa mapuni Afrika Isoja nomkondo esiswe Bowamudawa mapuni Afrika Solomoni Iyo Solomon Solimatam Iyo Solomon Solomoni Iyo Solimatam Iyo Solomon Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa mapuni Afrika Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa mapuni Afrika Solomoni Iyo Solimatam Iyo Solomon Solomoni Iyo Solimatam Iyo Solomon Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Solomoni Solomon Solimatam Iyo Solomoni Solomon Solimatam Iyo Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Solomoni Solomon Solimatam Iyo Solomoni Solomon Solimatam Iyo Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Waye Isoja nomkondo basi Bowamudawa Afrika Solomoni Iyo Solimatam Iyo Solomoni, Iyo Solomon, Solima Tangu, Iyo Solomon, Maye Isocha, Isocha Nomkoto Wesi, Oamulawa Mapuni Africa, Maye Isocha, Isocha Nomkoto Wesi, Oamulawa Mapuni Africa, Solomoni, Iyo Solomon, Solima Tangu, Iyo Solomon, Iyo Solomon, Iyo.
The health sector is in crisis. The masses of the people are dying for curable diseases. 5 years along the line, they are reducing the budget of the health sector. In this year's budgetary appropriation, the health sector has received reduction of budgetary appropriation. The masses of the people are neglected and abandoned. 5 years along the line, the education sector is in status. 5 years along the line, the University of Liberia is in feculence. 5 years along the line, Federal Liberia. 5 years along the line, the 19,736 employees of the education sector of the Republic are subjected to 92 million, while the final ministry of 920 staffers have experienced astronomical budgetary increment from 60 million to 152 million. Yo! 5 years government has failed us. Yo! Say enough is enough. Yo! 5 years along the line, more than 16,000 students at the University of Liberia, 1,759 employees at the University of Liberia continue to be subjected to 17 million. While the President of the Republic of Liberia, a single individual budget is increasing from 2 million to 5 million. 5 years along the line, there is nothing called happiness in the Republic of Liberia. Of the state. Yo! 5 years along the line, the legacy is corruption. If it is not 16 billion, it is 25 million. If it is not 25 million, it's the abuse of the 24.8 million intended for the national reform. And we are disappointed in the national legislature that they can come here and conspire against the Liberian people to backdate an agreement, while the element Minister Tue was caught in a GSC report, but the elements here do not have the balls to bring that monster criminal to tax and subject him beyond the rusty bar.
Party, because they accused you of supporting the then opposition candidate, your former opponent, now Liberia's president, George Weah, over your own vice president, Joseph Boakai. Your critics say you did that because George Weah offered you immunity from any future prosecutions.
Oh, that's, that's laughable, I'll tell you the truth. Something which will get, first of all, it's an unwarranted assumption, that I gave support to anybody. I became a very neutral person in the elections because I wanted to make sure that the people's will would prevail. And since my own party has taken a distancing stance, that made it even more reasons why I should become neutral. And let me say to you, whether I like it, whether you like it, or anybody likes it, the election results was the will of the Liberian people, and I had to respect it.
There are reports that opposition parties are joining forces to stage major protests in the capital, Monrovia, on June the 7th to, quote, save the state and tackle the country's massive political and economic crises. Will you be supporting those protests?
Let me put it very clearly in a very principled way. The right to protest is a constitutional and fundamental right. And anyone who wants to protest, and citizens who want to protest for whatever reason against their government or against any issue, have a right to do so. In a Liberian context, I would be concerned about protests because I know our experience, how what easily could be well-intentioned can end up into some very unexpected consequences. But the protest is going on. I believe the government has to give its support, has to give protection to the protesters.
But will you be supporting those protesters? Not the right to protest. I get you support the right to protest. I'm saying the actual aims behind the party, because they...
This is where some of us, if our neck will be put to the chopping pool, we are waiting for our neck to be put to the chopping pool. Mark, if our left, if it will cut our left, we will be waiting for our left to go. But we're ready now to open our esophagus. We are ready now to open our esophagus. If Henry Costa, like yesterday, some of us affiliated with George Weah. Yesterday, some of us affiliated with George Weah, with the CDC. We were lambasted by Henry Costa. We were castigated by Henry Costa. We didn't look at it as a bad castigation. Let me be bold of you. I didn't look at it as a bad castigation. I must say I had a conscience. If you stay for a purpose, you must stay for that cause unto death. So I not look at it as a bad castigation. I took it in good faith, and I decided to work upon it that I'm going to regain my conscience, which of course I did, to come back to where I came from. Hello, Mike, you getting me?
We are listening to you. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We took it in your good faith. We took the castigation in good faith. We took the labasting in good faith, and we gain our conscience, or we regain our conscience, and came back to where we came from, or try to erect our error. And now, while erecting our error, somebody that was on the front of castigating us to talk to George Weah, to join George Weah, that the person now is expressing George Weah to be the #1 good person on earth. You see how politics goes? You see how politics goes? But as I tell you, I'm ready now. I said tomorrow, but today, I'm ready now to open my esophagus. If him and dare try to say we're stupid, if him and dare try to say we're stupid, we lost our senses, we ate our school fee. I'm ready to tell him that I'm not damn stupid, and I'm ready to engage him as he behaves. I'm telling you, I'm ready to engage him the way he will behave recklessly, I will engage him recklessly. He follow one, and I will call you out a so-called better trophy. He follow.
Because Robert, you need to. I hope you started the network and change your location, my brother. We need more info from you. Okay, right there. Go ahead.
The network for you waiting. Oh, am I clear?
Go ahead. We are listening to you now. You are clear.
Thank you. So let me conclude the match they come in. Or in Henry Costa, a followers. Like yesterday they had a course, they had a boss to labas cost of poker and all how to call it or young men for going to the CDC, and today they get labas the so-called leader, for talking to somebody that he called criminal, somebody that he see that they kept in the country bad war, and he answering the court of George Weah. And as we are hearing, it was in the prayer line like Henry Costa and George Weah have been having a close discussion. I'm just trying to tell you that Henry Costa will be my worst and death enemy if actually that ever happened. That George Weah and Henry Costa in bed, Henry Costa, George Weah about leading aside. I was discussing about George Weah, but the men are saying he preaching equity. The men are always boasting about preaching equity. That man will be my top sentence. Am I winning? As I tell you, if it costs our death, if it costs our life to be on the line, to make him cost our church, him cost like we are not fool. We worry and we are ready to go through the pain. We have been there before, and we're going to go through the pain continuously until we can find the best resurrection of the country and the country. We can find the best resurrection of the country. If Henry Costa can be the resurrection, if Henry Costa can be the voice of the voiceless, we will make sure that we find the voice of the voiceless. But we will deal with the fear purported. Somebody that is claiming to be the voice of the voiceless and later on going in the bedroom with the criminal, we're going to deal with them completed and subsequently. Thank you.
Puka Robert, and all those that watching me, there is Puka Robert, and we're going to share this video. And we want the number to increase. And we are discussing him with President Costa. He referred to President Weah as a criminal, but he was so excited yesterday when President Weah called him. Even some of us who tried to call President Costa 6 months, he had not answered our call. But he was so happy yesterday when he received call from the president. He was so excited. Hey, man, now, I want you to discuss some of the things that we did for the June 7th protest.
Into you here. What I do here in the first place? Where are you?
Look, I came on a radio talk show to Hub FM. I was invited here. And I came to speak to the Liberian people. The president has endorsed this group. He said we should provide security for ourselves.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just told that the joint security is scrutinizing your statement that you're going to establish.
The scrutinizing is still not open doing.
Are you not afraid?
Afraid of who? Arrest?
Yes.
What are they waiting for?
Another call about one day you might be a picker in the street.
Oh yes, I want to be picker in the street for the Liberian people. Why they can't come now? You will not have police enough to make fun. You saw the people in Lofa County, the war immigration. You know, for CDC behind the police spokesman said he didn't see those people. All of my people you saw. Listen to the president. When the president said he don't know the CDC COP, all of that group you saw.
Do you think the Liberians are listening to what you say? Do you think are they following you?
Then we listen. We want to say to this president, you were elected to govern this country.
Yes.
You were not elected to be selective.
Yeah.
When you become selective, that will happen. You know how long it took the president to make one statement to say arrest? After the change was being brutalized, it took him 6 days.
It's better late than never.
Mr. President, to hell with you.
You are always bitter with this president.
Because of the way
are you friendly with this country? Do you talk to him sometimes?
Are we being treated fairly in the country? No. The people are hungry in the country.
No.
He wants to create a situation where he can be re-elected.
How are you going to maintain the 1,005% or 2,005 you're talking about?
All the people because you saw what happened on the July 26th. You saw what happened on the July 26th when the civilians went inside to harass and jump into poor home and were looting things. It was not only the early boys that were affected. Citizens were affected. You didn't see it. They were joking and riot. People using their mouth to make fun of the Liberian people.
This is my honor man your re-election bid on the callback.
You can't do my re-election. I'm already elected. I'm worried about election. I'm already elected. Look, the Liberian people looking for somebody to stand up for them.
Yes.
I want to be killed for the Liberian people.
Exactly.
I want to be arrested for the Liberian people. No way. Never find no man to be brave like this.
Yes.
You see the guys? Now 1,200 people making fun.
Are you going to go across the country to recruit people?
1,002 is for Masoralo County. We will have 1,000 in each county. What they want to do to rig the election will bother with us.
What mandate will you give your men when you train them? What will you tell them to do?
I want our people to tell this president that he was elected for all, not for seditions. We are all human beings. If we didn't vote for you, that doesn't mean we are not Liberian. We are Liberian, right? So provide security for us. You can't tell us double, but go to West Point, put CCTV to our house. What's the stable calling you got for double to put CCTV to our house? I mean, let's stop the joking. Let's stop it. For them to have full ceremony for those CDC boy, the president said he don't know them. That deception. That's making more people.
Are you right about your left?
You know what I'm saying? We are calling on the people to be peaceful. As soon as the president is in charge of this situation, we will go back into and wait to see what happens.
Don't you see this court as an incitement on the part for other people to just say, I'm going to train my own or protection or protect the people?
You don't want to say that case, so I can condemn it. Yeah, when they kill you, I will condemn it. The president has said, provide security for yourself. The president didn't say, so you are a journalist, you saw it. Was he under the influence of something? Yes. He was under the influence of something, make you go, you need to stop.
How long are you going to continue on this advocacy?
As long as Ambassador Weah refuses to provide security for the Liberian people, we're going to provide security for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We will not sit down here. The people can kill us.
What are you going to be? What are you going to be great with? What are you going to have?
Marshal I. I'm a black belt holder. I'm a black belt holder. We will train our boys. I served in the Liberian National Police for 11 years. Self-defense. Self-defense.
I'm sure your colleague who are staying in force can sometimes call you to tune down your volume.
No, let me tell you something. Election was held today. All the police people work in Zambia.
True.
Even the SS people.
Do they tell you that?
Hey man, I don't have to tell you what they tell me. Look, when I was in the police, Patrick Sulu, the police director, used to ride the back of my pickup. He used to tell me, yes sir. You are our filing clerk. So you don't know operation, you don't know policing. But you know, they say, well, who know you will take you here and what you know will make you to stay.
As a legislator, and then you are on the side of advocacy, you have the masses behind you. What is the difference between you being a legislator and being an advocate that you're doing now?
But we are elected to advocate for our people. Lawmakers should be an advocate. That's not my job to go sit down with Natalie again, be friendly with him before he can't be in my district. My job is to say, Natalie again, you are eating coke, you don't have father. Use the money district number 10 like they do it. You think I will beg them to go do job in my district?
Do you have contenders in district number 10? I'm told the CDC will be supporting the current Inspector General of the Ministry of Commerce, Josephine Davis.
You think fishing contact in district number 10?
What do you mean?
No, we're not doing bleaching contact in district number 10.
What do you mean?
District number 10 is a serious place. District number 10 is the most popular, the most respected district in the history of Liberia. I feel I went to local country. You saw when I went to grace my invitation that was sent to me by the Unity Party, right?
My friend and brother, good morning.
Oh God. AB, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing quite okay.
Those clips got me even. Sometimes we don't even know where to start. Because the issues are so many. We don't even know where to get started. But you know what? We try to navigate through. Again, and as usual, I want to give God the glory for getting me through the night, and I'm seated here comfortably. Not worrying about what I will eat today, whether I will get it or not, but worrying about how to choose among different food. You know, that's a blessing from God, not from anybody. I feel sorry for the ordinary people in Liberia. From all indications, our country has gone below animal farm. Typically, because of lack of leadership, quality and productive leadership on the part of the government. And maybe, you know, I don't want to get started right now. Let me give it back to you so you can do your intro and then we pick up from there. Let me now go ahead of the game.
Folks, let me say good morning to every one of you guys. Good morning to everyone, wherever you find yourself. Let me tell you, thank you for coming to listen to us, what we have to offer to the Liberian people. This is your talk show. This is the Magnificent Abraka talk show. We have been in this business for like 7 years or 5 years now. So we gradually getting there. But like, you know, I was just sitting, having thought on today will be my last day. I thought it wise for me to be able to play the clips longer, you know, so that it can be able to carry other of mine way back so that we can come to the current reality. But we are so, I feel sorry for the Liberian people. I feel sorry for the peasants, the peace-loving people of our country. I feel sorry for them. And some of them don't even know where to start from as they break. But we are here to give them hope. We are here to tell them that there will be a peace, that there will be a hope, that will be the new Liberia come 2023. Back to you, Francis.
Yeah, AB, in addition to what you just said, sometimes it makes me to feel sad as somebody who was born 2 years later, 2 years later, those political agitations that led to 1980, because of similar reasons, we still see that creeping on us every single day. Even in the midst of social media technology and our own everyday knowledge base awareness, education, and political consciousness. And we will still find people in high places, especially the government of Liberia, the state actors, like the office of the president, will come out to say that go and find your own security. That is chaos. Go put CCTV around your door. But let's just take a back little bit, my people. How many people in Liberia? How many people? Let's say we got electricity, which we don't have to. How many people in Liberia can even afford couple rest to eat before they're going to buy CCTV camera? How many people? How many people? So Liberia's situation is not changing for the better. It is changing for the bad and for the ugly. We have found ourselves in a moment of grief, lack of directions, and I think sometimes I know other people take it from the spiritual angle, but you can do what you want to do. Spiritual angle might help, but don't forget the Bible says faith without work is a dead faith. I don't think this should be the moment for us to sit down and just watch through. Let it go. Just we are leadership, I think, has brought more harm upon the people of Liberia and the country than good. Evident by everything we see. Some people in their corridor, in their little corner, are even asking whether we are cursed as a country, as a nation, as a people. Then somehow we are saying, in the cause of the people, like the doctor said the last time from Western Pennsylvania, the struggle continue. Grandma, Oma Mienta family said the same thing. In the cause of the people, the struggle continue. But how long are we going to continue this struggle against the people that elected us? That is a $1,000,000 question nobody asking. Or nobody answering, excuse me. How long are we going to continue this struggle against the very people that elected us we're supposed to protect? They elected us on the basis that their life will be better. On the basis that George Weah is just like us. On the basis that George Weah is our generational brother. On the basis that the people that went to good school, educated, the older folks have failed us, so we bring the young folks in. George Weah himself told us he's not going to give up qualitative and eloquent speeches. However, he's going to use his God-given common sense by making quality, decisive, and productive decisions.
I don't want to say that when you are using quality sensor.
To make Mama Liberia a better place. Since we came from the dungeons of poverty, civil unrest, massive corruption, political, social, and economics. And the young people cry for it. Regrettably, we are where we are. Sometimes, AB, I don't even understand whether the people, the word they use, like the life of Jefferson Koji, really understand the word that he used every day.
The man does not understand. The man does not understand the PO language.
The uses of these forceful words that he is using, I don't know whether he understands it. I do not even know whether he really understands the workings of the governance process of our country, and a lot of people.
He does not understand. That boy just a buffoon, just sitting into that.
How can Simon Toy? He is educated, probably no sophistication. How can you be Minister of Finance and say somebody who is stealing like that, somebody who are built for themselves?
Calling them benevolent.
Real estate. Uncountable real estate. 16 billion, 25 million, this and that. Then you see the maze of benevolent dictator, this kind of person we need. Then the question is, why we have to kill over 250,000 human beings?
Because we need benevolent dictator.
Jefferson Koji said they will use their flesh and blood to counter protest. So our Liberian people say small thing like that is hurting them. Small thing like that is hurting them. They are lucky, AB, because we got scared. Am I your business opposition? And people, the reason we say the way we talk, or the reason we talk the way we talk, you're looking at those clips. These are the very people in opposition that staged demonstration, protest upon protest, including putting on their heads Ellen Johnson Sirleaf casket while she was president. Broad daylight. Based on our political history, CDC had the highest number of protests and demonstrations.
Why do I?
I want to do some of the markers here. I want to say some of the markers. You know it already. And that's why we bring those clips. This current opposition, under the watch of Joseph Boakai, Nyobli Kanga, Beruna Yure, Alexander B. Cummings, Bronsky gone. May his soul rest in peace. And the rest of the folks, they haven't even gone 1% of what the seditious did when Eddie was president, when they were in opposition. Yesterday I told you the fundamental reasons why our country is the way it is because of the lack of productive reasons why our country is, and quality leadership from the top. From the least institution to the top institutions. If you have the keys to the governance of our country, from the president all the way down to Jeff Koji as city mayor and youth chair, you are in charge. The people of Liberia in their majority in 2017 prefer you. If you don't know, let me tell you, Koji, to provide for them leadership, quality leadership, consistent with law. And you will say protest that is guaranteed
under the law.
Under the law, 1986 Constitution, that people should not protest. You will go and counter protest. You will go with your flesh and blood. Okay. Ask Omer Taylor. He will tell you why. Ask Master Sergeant Samuel Kanyando. He will tell you why. Ask the late Bishop, Reverend Dr. Tauber. He will tell you why. Like the man said, tell me where are they so I can tell them good morning. It be sometimes it baffles my imagination. If you have a room or you have a house that consists of 3 bedrooms, you can only sleep in one at a time. Even that bed inside that house or inside that room, even if it was a hospital bed, you cannot even occupy all for that night. What is the essence of us keep on doing this nonsense? Unacceptable agitation, free tough talk. When you actually have nothing to do, you can't really do anything if the Liberian people decide to move today to get you out. You can't really do anything. What can you really do, Jeff? That you stretching your being like that? You small boy. Why are you damaging your future, brother? You might not like what we are saying, but we are your generational brother. We all went to high school. We graduated around the same corner. This thing doesn't require that, brother. Calm down, slow down. Their power, it came for other people before it passed. Your own will pass, brother. Even a Joshua will go 12 years, it will stay finished. Which community are you going to live in? You're going to be like Benjamin Yeten? Which community are you going to live in after Joshua? It is sad to see folks do what they do when they say all this tough talk and nothing come out of it. Let us have a space. Let us debate the issues. You don't have to go to where I go to express my grievances. Go to your own spot. You can't come to me. If you come to me, you are instigating violence. All of us, we are equal under the law. But you cannot say you will come to me. What are you coming to me for? Did somebody go to you yesterday? And you are the governor right now. So you, the government, under George Weah, and you, Jeff Koji, all of you supposed to provide security for the Liberian people, not only seditions. Everything you're doing is motivating what is the results that we see. Everything you're doing motivating the result that we see. Every single day. You say you will not sit down and allow the democracy that you fought for. When you started fighting, Jeff Koji, when you started fighting for democracy, let go the constitution you started 2005 or 2004. It is a very democracy that got you to be where you are. And now you're trying to mess it up. If people go to protest, university students go to protest because we don't see opposition in protest mode. And you say you will go to them, the same thing you did to Christopher, that's what you want to do again. And you know what? Every single individual in Just We Are government, in Just We Are party, will be held accountable. AB,
Yeah.
before I give it back to you. Jangako is still the current Secretary General of the CDC, the current Controller General of the Republic of Liberia at the Ministry of Finance, Jangako. Uncle Sir Joe is a very respectable individual, not just inside the CDC, but in Liberia. Even the chairman Mobile Moru. Look at Akara Gray, calm down.
Oh.
So where Jeff Kochi coming from with all this stuff like this? Where he coming from? What can he offer when that country get into chaos? He will be like the former information minister to, how they call it? Where the former late Iraqi president, Saddam Hussein. The information minister was running away, but said they will get rid of the American troop in the desert. They will bury them, but he was running. Jeff and all of us, we're not wishing for anything like where we came from 17, 18 years ago. We're not wishing for that. But the government behavior is cultivating the moment and our past. Every single day, that's what they're doing. And you know why I see Yeke Koroba? I think Yeke Koroba should be supported. Yeke Koroba should be supported. And there are a lot of people don't know this thing yet. Self-defense under our system is granted. And you know, recent time, Darius the Young brother won in court under self-defense. When somebody attack the person, and the person, I think they got killed, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. They went to court in Calcutta. Over 1 year they were in court. So, under our law, self-defense is granted. Yeke Koroba can defend himself. Even President Weah doesn't even know simple constitutional matters. Even right here in the United States, the great United States, where we copy and paste everything we do in Liberia. I'm not saying people should say that. That's a bad manner. But that's a fact. Even if somebody take you to court for insulting them, it's a fine. They get fined, you pay the money. And that's true. And some of these things Yeke Koroba saying, maybe he's saying it with anger. I don't blame him. It is because of the ugly behavior of George Weah government that making Yeke to say what he's saying and to do what he's doing. Many people don't know the responsibility of lawmakers. When I insult somebody, go sue me. Go to court. For president of the Republic of Liberia to say anybody calls the president and you're not go free, shame on you, Joe Weah. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton debate on cable news, live. Donald Trump said to Hillary Clinton, you are a nasty woman. Doing debate. I will not say that to any woman anyway. But it's not a crime. If proven, it's an offense. And the punishment for that under our system, here in America and Liberia, you pay the fine. The fundamental three responsibilities of lawmakers: lawmaking, representation, and oversight. That's it. That's all they're supposed to do. How are you going to represent people when you can't talk for them, when you can't speak on their behalf? How are you going to check and balance when you cannot exercise your oversight over the executive and judiciary under judicial review? I know our people don't do it because the president are not opening the coverage, and they too don't even have the audacity, the courage, and the muster to do their job. So people say, oh, you lawmaker, you can't do it, you can't. That's not true. Maybe it is way too much, but you know what? The situation is motivating what Yeke is doing. And I don't hold him responsible. AB, I'm not joking. I even want to call some names here. I went to Liberia, even at the level of the court, temple justice, lawyers that are going there to represent their clients, they got a group of human beings behind them. Group of human beings behind them. Because he make it like he can get called by the poor people in uniform, right? See, these guys got their own security people. We all know that. Some of them get on, they put it inside their closet, inside their clothes. And they're not supposed to have guns. Only the security people are supposed to have guns. Kalasco, our own Martingo brother, get gun. They may just a presidential aid to the president. How can they give him gun? Under our law too, we can own gun. But the law says you should report it to the police. Report it to the police so they can know. So all the things, some of you living on different planet, I'm sorry. If I went to Liberia tomorrow, or if I go in tomorrow morning, I get my team, I go to the police station and say, I get my bill. Anybody try me away, I'll bring them. I'm not going after anybody, but nobody try me. You try me, I'll bring them. Under self-defense. Maybe let me give it back to you, man. Do your analysis. Let allow our folks to call on. Let them drop in what's on your mind. This is just very, very annoying.
Okay.
Knowing what we know.
Okay.
You're sick.
But let me give you guys a breaking news. That the police spokespersons in presence of Moses Carter. Moses Carter have been suspended. He have been asked for him to report everything, any property that belonged to the police department. Moses Carter have been asked to report it. Not only that, Moses Carter is undergoing a constant investigation as we speak. So that was just the news that I am here to give you. Back to the issues. When I listen to Jeff Koji, it is true that we as Liberians, sometimes when we are in power, we forget too soon. And it is true. The man that you are boasting, you are putting bullet for on your chest, that man, Josh Manawia, he was a political nobody. Josh himself, he never had good 20,000 into his account. Josh Manawia, he was effective, immediately elected as our senator, as most rather county senator. That was a man who never has his own car for him to be able to drive to the Capitol building. It was Edwin Melvin Snow. This was a singer who never uttered or who never spoke when he was senator. That is the man today that Liberian people have as their president. We shall have seen this long time. We shall have seen that long time. But I probably put the blame on the oppositions. The opposition, they are not acting swiftly. The opposition are not acting swiftly because maybe some of them are in beds with the ruling establishment. And that is the reason why, for me, I have decided for me to be on my lane. That is the reason why I have decided for me to establish a talk show that I will give to the Liberian people. That is the reason why we in the United States, we woke up every in the morning to speak. Because the poor Belabor settler children, the peasant children, are going through tough time. Liberia, people say Liberia is a country. Liberia is not a country. Liberia is a place. Because a country president will be after to satisfy the majority of the citizens. Look at around us. Every country around us have gone much more. But as for us, we feel we feel satisfied, we feel okay. If a Liberian man making $15, he don't want if Liberian man making $15, even in the United States. He feel complacent without $15, so he don't want for breeze. For him to think about going up, he don't want to do it. But he feel it is Liberian men who can spend 15 to 20 years in the same positions. The Liberian men. But I said no. I said no to that. Every day that passes, you are getting much older. Every day that passes, something is added onto your age. Your mind is developing every day. You cannot give me $16, $15, then I feel satisfied. No. That means the play the $15 coming from to give me, or the $16 coming from, there is something higher there. I don't deserve that $16. I deserve $18 or $19 or $20. Liberian men, when we put someone light, we feel satisfied. We think that the president have done a marvelous job. And for us, that should change. That should change. Our people are suffering. Our people, poverty has become the hallmark of the day. You enter in Liberia, the amount of group that will come to beg you. Where are we heading? Where? Where are we heading? But as you all are informed, today is my last day. Before I'll be able to go for my father's 4-month, 10-day feast, today will be my last day presentation before I will be able to go for 1 month sabbatical. So as I need you all prayer, I will need for you guys to call me, to check on me. Those of you guys that are friendly with me via Facebook, I will ask you guys to always check on me, because tomorrow is not promised. We'll open our phone lines. Maybe you want to pray for me. Maybe you want to contribute. Whatever thing that you want to do. Whatever thing that you want to do. We'll open our phone line. Our numbers are up here. Our numbers are passing up here. If you are watching the show, our numbers are passing up here. The WhatsApp number It is my own personal number. The WhatsApp number, it is my own personal number. You can be able to call me, you can be able to cash app me, you can be able to do any other things. You can be able to call me to pray for me, whatsoever that you want to do. So we'll open our phone line. The number to call are 267-938-2801. Or you can better call 215-824-8124. Or you can better call on 215-824-8124. Or better still, you can call on WhatsApp 215-266-6509. Liberia is a place. Liberia is a place. Liberia is not a country. Liberia is a place because it is. Look, when you arrive at Aurora, that's the time that you can know that Liberia is a place. That is the time that you can get the understanding that Liberia is a place. That place is not a country. No, you start fooling our brothers and sisters. So keep a call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Or you can better call on our WhatsApp on 215-824-8124. The numbers are passing up here. The numbers are passing up here. If you don't know, the numbers are passing up here and we have the number painted. The number are painted. So you can better call on 215-824-8124 or you can better call on 267-938-2801 or you can better call on our WhatsApp number on 215-824-8124. That is the number to call this morning to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show.
Into you here. What are you here in the first place? Where are you?
Look, I came on Radio Talk Show to Hub FM. I was invited here. And I came to speak to the Liberian people. The president has been told.
Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
This is Vani Bafule. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Vani, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Vani, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to you both. You know, you guys analyze the whole thing that happened in Liberia, like Mr. Dunant said. Whatever result we are getting, they are being motivated by speeches made by Jefferson Kochi. And my fear is that I don't know what's going to be the outcome of this case. Because they've already started playing game with the case. And the president took, like you guys said, 6 days to make pronouncement on the issues. And there were other rebuttals. But like you guys keep saying, we are seeing signs of what we saw in the 80s that brought the war.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. Day in, day out. It's happening. You know, it's happening. And let me just say this. There was a lady that came to America here. They call her Mother Patient. That lady myself used to argue 2017. The lady look at me. She said, if George Weah don't become president, be Doma in my pot. She said, this is the time for George Weah to become president. I said, you sure? I said, when George Weah become president, people will suffer in that country. I said, because I can remember George Weah, when he started playing, when he started shining, he had a soccer team, junior professional. That soccer team did not live for good 5 years. He opened boutique. That could not materialize. He was heading Lone Star. Lone Star collapsed. I said, I don't think George will be able to manage the affairs of this nation. Oh man, I used to call some of the children. In Liberia, they will totally argue me, George Weah is the best person. Even right now, I have some of my immediate family. They're talking about George Weah from my village. One day, but he posting about George Weah every day. So we don't know what we're hearing. Like you guys say, Liberia have gone below.
I say Liberia is a place. That place is not a country. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I mean,
Thank
I just
you.
want to say thank you guys for your show. I mean, you guys got to keep it up to educate people who can listen to you people because bulk of our people not educated. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. You know, Francis. When I saw Yeke Kolba doing this, that remind me when the war was coming. That how the oppositions then started to establish their various bodyguards. And this thing that Yeke is doing, I'm not saying that it is wrong. Because the president said that we should protect ourselves.
Of course.
But mind you, very soon you will hear another opposition political party establishing their own group. And then when a bit like that, varieties of groups, Liberia should be careful. Before we slip in what we're just coming from. The number to call are 215-824-8124. Or you can better call 267-938-2801. Or you can better call 215-824-8124. Or you can better call 267-938-2801. So I, for me, I just feel sorry for the peasants. I just feel sorry for our mothers. I feel sorry. Because when we were saying 2017 that this guy does not know how to manage, the managerial skill Josh Weah does not have it. People say I'm against to the extent that my own friend and brother Henry Costa came against me.
We inside. We inside.
And you know, a bit my imaginations. That time when I saw my own brother going against me. After I made the statement that Josh Weah, if he is not capable, he will be removed by hope or by crook. The men turned that my statement upside down. They say, I want to overthrow. The men released press statement effective immediately. Now tell Pastor Mo. Pastor Mo, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you all doing there in the studio?
Yeah, we are doing good.
First, let me just say a word of prayer for you as you prepare to go on your sabbatical and your trip.
Thank you.
Time I ask God to cover you with his precious blood. I pray that every plans of the evil ones, they have planned as you travel to where you are going, may God scatter it in the name of Jesus. I pray that every evil agenda having orchestrated against you, we uproot it, we dismantle it in the name of Jesus. We pray for traveling mercy. The Bible says when Moses was sent to Pharaoh, Moses said, God, I will not go until your presence go with me. May the presence of Allah go with you.
Amen.
May the presence of Allah go before you.
Amen.
May the presence of Allah be there as you arrive.
Amen.
May the presence of Allah take control of the plane that is taking you.
Amen.
And every vehicle and every food that you will eat, may it not cause you harm, but may it be able to nourish you and give you more knowledge. In
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
I want to bless God for you and Francis. You know, Francis started to say something, but I won't buttress him. I won't buttress what Francis was saying. Francis said earlier, where is George? I mean, where is Samuel Doe? Where is Charles Taylor? And he called somebody else's name. But let me say this. You know, I listened to the tape where our president of the Republic of Liberia, George Weah, said, if anybody ever insult the president, it will be the last time. They will never walk the street. But it looked like he's now a historian student. When I was in school, I used to love history, and I always used to score. So let me remind the citizen and George Weah. We all remember when the war started, 1989, in Nimba, Samuel Doe got on the same podium. And he did not just speak, but he beat on the podium. The same way you saw George Weah standing. Go and watch that tape. Samuel Doe said to the Liberian, you go and advise your people in Nimba because what I'm hearing, Nimba is going to be wiped off the map. You advise them. What happened to Samuel Doe today? Is Samuel Doe around? Samuel Doe gone. Where is Nimba? Nimba still existing. Remember, Charles Taylor said this. He said, dissident collaborators, they are going to search for them. He says street to street,
house to house,
door to door, horse to horse. And you know that the street to street is still alive. The horse to horse still existing. And what happened to Charles Taylor? Charles Taylor is in the Hague. So George Weah has forgotten. What happened to Donald Trump? And Donald Trump said, and he sent the people at the Capitol to start the counting of the vote. What became of Donald Trump? Donald Trump is no more president. Today they are thinking about prosecuting him. So whenever leaders make these kind of threatening remarks at the people who have elected them, they have lost power, they have lost grip. So they come out to threaten people, to impose themselves on the people, which is so wrong. So I just want to remind the citizen.
Thank you.
And my last take, we will be in Liberia in December. I know Honorable Yeke is watching. Or Honorable Yeke, keep my own barrel. Because people are giving people red barrel. When we come, I gotta get my own black barrel. Not because we are preaching the words of God, so we cannot stand with those that are oppressed. Because our Lord and Savior came for the people who were oppressed. He never came for the oppressor. He came for those who are oppressed. And I thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Hello?
Yeah, Kora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Oh, Eddie, I want to tell you thank you. For the record, says my name is Patrick.
Okay.
Johnson, I'm calling from Australia. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. We are doing good.
Okay. It's pretty much nearly 10 p.m. my start here. This is my first time calling. I want to say thank you to you and Brother Francis for bringing us this information that you continue to advocate for the people of Liberia. Just to the point, I hope I can have 3 minutes of your time. I've been following you for the past few times. I started off first with Sekou Kane and then up to Spoon TV, when I realized that the two of you, what you continue to bring to the Liberian people, has been very helpful. And I want to commend you for that and want to say thank you to you both. Come to the point. I watched in recent times, especially today, the Representative Yeke Kolba coming up with a movement.
Call the movement Opposition Protectors Unit, I think so.
Okay,
right?
Opposition Protection Unit.
Okay. All of these things comes about when people are not happy. What I want to say, I don't know how long does it take for the Liberian people to respect and think about whatever.
Your connections is very, very bad. Your connection is very, very bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're much more better right now. No, your connection is very bad. We can continue.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're much more better right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're much more better.
Okay. Now, what I'm trying to bring forth is this. It is saddening that Liberians will continue to suffer each other, especially at this time when we have gone through so much. It is very saddening to see our country being labeled in this manner. When I saw the video clips, AB and Francis, I must admit to you, I have been very, very shaken in the last 72 hours. When I see the children of family treating one another, when I saw the university student being, I don't know, the war is more than what to express. Are we in the days of the Civil War?
Maybe.
I'm from Buchanan. 1990, May 19, a rebel incursion took place in Buchanan. On the 28th of May, we left for a place called Camp Formation. A lot of people got killed because of these things that are going on. Have Liberians forgotten what brought the Civil War? Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? I reserve comment.
Okay.
All I can say is, AB, you and Francis, I want to say thank you to you both. Whatever you bring on the table to make the Liberian people feel at peace, I want to commend you both.
Thank you.
Because without you coming on with information that you are passing on to the Liberian people around the world, we will not be able to see what is happening.
Okay.
You can't coming up with this movement these few days. When the cup is overfilled, these are the things that I'm about.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that our president, George, will see these things and come to himself and know that this is a broader war in the country. Okay. What is going on is exactly what happened. Okay. This is not the first time. Dobra, military people at the University of Liberia, that led to his downfall. Chancellor brought the same thing. That led to his downfall. Why are they not taking lessons from these things?
Okay.
When I see people on Spoon TV advocating for the wrong thing, how many of them, AB, you are in America? If you have a child, the child is school going, can you allow the child to sit home without going to school? If I see 7 or 5 year olds selling Kuwait in Monrovia, it pains me. But I just want to stop there.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say, AB, you and Brother Francis, I want to say thank you for the courage. I will call you behind the scenes.
Okay.
Whatever contribution I can make that will carry on this program for the peace and unity of the Liberian people, I will do it.
Thank you.
Save my number.
Okay.
Call me on the WhatsApp so that we can all contribute towards what you and Brother Francis are doing. I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to say you both continue to protect yourself. Watch your footsteps. Because the enemy forces are rushing in America, they may want to get rid of the two of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So please, watch your footsteps.
Thank you. We have another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling her from?
Good afternoon, AB. It's Ibrahim calling from UK.
Go ahead.
AB, first, thank you very much for the show. Been following the show. First of all, I have my sympathy for your dad. You know, may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Maybe you know what happened in our country.
I say
It happened. It happened before, you know, and it's about to come back again.
What happened before?
Okay, you know when people feel that they were not protected during the end of Chatham regime, everybody found me to protect themselves. You saw in Lofa when Tomo Farah went there, he found a group and gave them khaki. They all had khaki on. So the funding of new group to protect people protecting themselves.
The opposition.
Yeke is not doing wrong. I think he's doing the best because CDC got barrel. They got red barrel all part of Liberia, all county. They funding their group all county, and these guys are doing this just to intimidate the opposition. AB. We are not stranger to the thing. You saw it District 15. What happened to Terra Euro? The people that did that did not keep from the blue moon. They were protected, and they were sponsored by the government. District 13.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, AB.
Okay.
Police station was right across Terra Euro office when the nearly came home. Police were there watching.
Okay.
District 13, the same thing happened.
Okay.
And besides all of these things, AB, the violence in Liberia now, the killing of people, police are not doing nothing about it. And so now when you bring the police on away, then you ask yourself, when I visited Liberia, very worried. AB, I swear to God, if you count the police car in most of our country, it will not reach to 10.
Okay.
Zone and depot, there's no car. Police have to charter motorbike before they go for operation. So we welcome, this is welcoming, and I myself, I'm ready to give my support to Honorable Yeke as long there's no violence in it, as long they are not buying weapons. But to protect our people, I'm 100% ready to give my support. Thank you very much for your show, and I'm going to contact him, I will give my support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me say to all of you, guys, that I know that Sister Kuden Williams, she is saying that she is a sedition. She is telling me sorry for the loss of my dad. I mean, this is the Liberian People show. This is the Liberian People show. So, whether you are seditions, whether you are UP, whether you are from Liberty Party or ANC, we are here to speak the truth. We are not belong to a political party. We are here when we see the need that when we can be able to support a specific candidate, not that political party, but that candidate, we will do so. We will do so. So I am not going to Liberia. For those of you who want to ask, I am not going to Liberia. I am not going to Liberia. I am going to Guinea. I am going to Guinea. So then the question comes. Let's take another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Lincoln and I'm calling from Minnesota. I sent you the text. Please accept my call.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother. You see, sometimes when people make pronouncements, especially in public offices, you have to be careful. Today we are going on a situation that was pronounced by the president. You saw the incident. You know, sometimes people analyze issue politically, especially when it comes to Liberian setting. They want to politicize everything. The issue about the CDC-COP and the protester is not the issue of the COP going to protest. The COP went to resist or protest. That means they went to obstruct democratic proceedings, which is the right of the people. But today in the court, they are determining it as the two groups went to protest. No, One went through a democratic means. Whether they got a permit or not, that should be determined by the court. If it is compared that you get a permit before protesting, that should be determined by the court. But the fact that someone will infringe on the right of order is completely out of order and is unprecedented, unprofessional, and so should be dealt with according to the law.
Okay.
Now, what I say was, he was provoked by the president. There was an instant, which I may not quote the exact time, when the president said, everyone should protect themselves. The issue of saying everyone should protect themselves make the Liberian people vulnerable. You give edge to criminals, you give edge to the citizens to protect themselves.
But the president said, let everyone buy their CCTV, let everyone buy their CCTV, let everyone protect themselves. Do you think that the president? Do you think
reckless?
Oh,
that being reckless,
really?
by the president.
Really?
That being reckless.
Okay.
The cardinal responsibility of a leader, especially in Liberia, the presidency, you should protect the citizens. You should protect the citizens, provide for the citizens, improve the citizens' empowerment index. Those are the three cardinal responsibilities. Though it may be expanded through explanation, but those are the three cardinal responsibilities. So if you're telling the citizens to protect themselves, you give them the edge to weaponize themselves by any other means. For typical example, if you have your home and someone comes to burglarize your home, and you are not authorized to use arms, no matter the situation, the first option is to call the authority.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, but now you have given the responsibility to the citizen to protect themselves against criminal. Protecting yourself against criminal involves having weapon. Today, Yeke Kolba is saying they are not having weapon. It may be publicly known, but in an instant where it goes beyond the bound, someone can be coming to me with rifle, and the president says, I'm going to protect myself, then I'll be going to the person with knife. It's not possible.
So you go to the person with Batu?
No, I can't go with Batu. There's a law that says, as in you don't say, for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Holding that constant, that is life. You can't be coming with rifle and then I'm coming to you with knife. So in a context that they may not make it known publicly, people will be protecting themselves the best possible way to survive. No one wants to die. So until the president can retract that statement, he's creating an environment where Liberia will be a country of arms for all, whether holding it legally or illegally.
But our statement have been more than a year, more than 2 years, so more than 3 years.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It had been more than a year, but it was justified on July 26th.
Okay.
It was justified on July 26th because people went to protest and they were resisted. And who should have resisted or protest, whether legal or illegal, is the authority. Are they the authority? The answer is no. Who are they? Their source is from the CDC.
Okay.
You see, the crime may be identified with the individual, but the nomenclature shows the source. The nomenclature, we're just showing the source where these guys came from. But they should bear the penalty as citizens, as an individual. And that's why the CDC don't want, because it will contradict the nomenclature of their identity.
Okay.
They will say, these guys, they come from CDC, and this is what they did. But in actuality, those guys, they should be independent of their responsibility. But CDC won't do it. Let me tell you the issue. Now they on bail, the building. That case finished. That case is finished.
You think so?
The president, yeah, it finished. The president became deceptive. You know the president was deceptive in his pronouncement the few right after the case.
I don't know that. I say you tell
when
me.
When he said he knows no COP CDC, that's been deceptive. There are stewards of the party that identify with the group. Jefferson Kochi, if I identified them right after the 26th, exonerating them that they were not involved in an act. Identifying with the group shows that the group came from your source. But the president was very deceptive. He said he knows no one. That is political. We know that he called those guys saying no.
But maybe the president does not know, but the party know.
How would the president not know when Listen, Eddie, we have track on these issues. Those were guys that came from COP, from Henry Costa. They broke away from Henry Costa. They endorsed those guys as COP CDC official. In fact, they have their own banner. Then why today when you see you trying to distance yourself with them because they were caught in an act which you castrated, which you aware, but you want to play the political game to be deceptive to the public? Listen, those were those days.
Okay.
Lately, Liberian youth have understand that it is not the matter of politics, it is now the issue of integrity. People will be put in public office on the basis of integrity. I don't know your side, but let me be clear. That is why today Joseph Boakai names have been ringing around the corner. You know why we love Joseph Boakai?
No, I say
We love Joseph Boakai because someone can tell me Joseph Boakai spent only 7 years in public office and he don't have a mansion. That shows he was patriotic. That shows he was not corrupt to the extent that we can identify it. Someone tell me Joseph Boakai can't pay for a horse ring. I agree because I will vote for him because he was not corrupt. If anyone tells me the man spent 27 years and a half on the aircraft, then we can identify how he got it. What was his salary?
Okay.
But for the fact that you can tell me that he was not caught in any corrupt act and he living a simple life and he does not have a mansion, it shows that he will understand the Liberian people.
Okay.
So
Thank
I
you.
want to tell you, this issue will escalate. Everybody will protect themselves the best possible means because they have seen the signal, they have seen the justification, and the government is trying to exonerate these guys. This is a complete torture. The international community came out and they spoke about it, and Liberian government will be watched internationally. It is not only this government, but when this government is gone, people will be watching us because it is not what we do during our regime, it's the mentality. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're trying to place a call to our we're trying to place a call to our friend and brother who will be taking full control of the studio in Liberia. Will you mind calling your name for us, please?
Thank you very much. A pleasant good afternoon. My name is J. Cassius B. Wiato.
Okay. Cassius Wiato, we did tell you that we want to be relaying to Liberia. We want for the Liberian people for them to be fully much involved into this thing that we're doing. What is the letter of the day?
Thank you very much. Again, I'm Jay Cassius. We thought it was to have getting to the radio station. I want to get the relay on, and they told us everything have been going smoothly as we talked to the business manager, let's say, and he's told us the update here is that they accept the amount that we're supposed to be paying per the month, and before the live coverage can start on the relay system, we must pay we must deposit the sum of 2 months into their business account before we can start the live coverage or the relay system.
So they are asking us for us to be able to pay 2 months. 2 months in a 2 months of how much?
So it's 200 each month. So it's going to be 400 for the 2 month deposit.
So it's going to be 400. So that means is that when we pay the 400, then we'll start the relay. We'll start the relay as the month that we pay the 400. Then are we going to be after that? Are we going to be paying, or are we going to absorb that 2 months before we can be able to pay an additional 1 month?
As for that, we have. I believe so because it's the art of securing the space. Because they don't want us to come and jam their program law where we jam the program law just within 1 month. Then after the 1 month, we break a contract. We tell them, and we want to go to another side. So I believe in my own mind as a radio personality, that's which of course I came from that background. I believe in my own mind if we pay that 2 months, that in that process, then you start to go on with the previous negotiation and just keep on moving.
Yeah, so that means when we pay for the 2 months, we're going to absorb that 2 months because you know how the rent is paid in Liberia, right? So
Yes,
at time they
definitely.
they will tell you to deposit certain amount. Then when you come, you have to deposit when that first month end. Then you have to be paying. So that will not be a security bound. Am I correct?
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Definitely.
that means that when we pay for that 2 months, we will absorb that 2 months. Then the third month before we can be able to pay, right? Francis, you have any questions?
I think he
Hello,
said
are you there?
on the big one, right?
Yeah. I'm asking. So when we absorb that 2 months, so let's take for example. So if we were to send that 2 month money right now, so that 2 months. Hello.
That's your call.
Okay. So I'm
Yes.
saying that when we absorb, when we pay for that 2 month right now. So let's take for example when we pay for that 2 months. Let's take, say for August and October, August, or let's say we'll start in September and October. So we will absorb September and October. Then at the 10th month we'll be able to pay for. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely. So that's where we're going to start from. After the 2 month payment on the radio, then we can start another one. So we're going to absorb the 2 month price.
Francis, you have any questions?
I think for me it is clear. My understanding is that the initial deposit is for 2 months. We will absorb that 2 months before we can do another payment. That's my understanding, except otherwise.
Yeah, definitely, Chief Francis. That I believe in my own right mind. That is the negotiation.
Yeah, but one of the things too, I will suggest that you ask them. I would suggest that you ask them because in Liberia before they say that one was a security deposit. You know what I mean?
No, again having that way. I'm a radio personality as well. So the reason they are doing that is that they want to know. They don't want us to just jam the program law. You got other people. They will come out, they want to pay for a program, and then to sketch a program on the program law on the radio is very thin. Then after putting them on the program law, then they just come maybe for 1 or 2 days, or they won't end the month and to do the payment they start to give you hard time, then to re-sketch another program on that another program law, to take that program up now and what it call is going to give some hard time. So not for them to know as to whether this institution that is coming to join on their program law to take an hour or two on the radio, for them to know as to whether they are coming for good and they are serious. They are saying to us we should pay 2 months to know initial contribution in their account to know as to whether we are ready to do such to take such initiative on the radio.
Okay. All right, fair enough. We'll put it to the audience. Yeah, Francis, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I think my suggestion would be at least our people get us saying that the best definition of integrity is to do things right on the basis of transparency, honesty, and truth telling when you are in the dark, when nobody is looking at you. That is the actual definition of integrity. So at least we have gone through that path now with our people, and we do not have money to go that extra mile. My host and myself, we're saying our audience have been requesting that their program be relayed, our podcast be relayed. That is the reasons why we have been doing everything behind the scene to be able to bring it to you. And Liberia has become so much expensive when it comes to anything coming from America for some reason. We don't know. But at least we were able to get what we just listened to our prospective representative when it comes to the relay. So I would suggest, Mr. Kamara, the technical aspect of it, the details in terms of the contract, whatever we're going to write and sign between us and the radio station that we have selected, that have agreed with us, we put it black and white, so we can bring it forward to our audience, and so they can be able to finance the bill. So I will ask that we keep it where we are now and get the final details maybe before you come back from Guinea, or before you come, or maybe when you return, and then we can get the final product to our followers, our supporters, and to people that believe in us. People have been coming in our inbox behind the scene, publicly telling us we need to get this to Liberia directly, so that folks that don't have cell phone, folks that don't have smartphone, even those that got smartphone but they don't have data, they will be able to benefit from this political consciousness, awareness, and education. That's my suggestion. So I want to say to our brother there, thank you very much for the initial initiative. Hopefully we can do better, and we can meet in person one of these days. So that's my suggestion.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something, and in that, let us be able to tell our audience that it will be two times in a week. 2 times, although this show here will be from Monday to Friday, but the show in Liberia that will be relay, that will be live, it will be Monday or Wednesday and Friday, because Friday is what on your mind. So we will not rule out Friday, but we will check whether we can be able to read, whether can be able to take Wednesday or Monday or Tuesday or whatsoever day that it may be, but it will be 2 times in a week.
Yeah, maybe we could make that decision behind the scene. Or
No,
I just of democracy and transparency, we put it to them.
Yeah.
But let me jump the gun. One of my days that we should do that should be Friday, because it's what's on your mind.
Yeah, Friday is there. Friday is there, but then we need to choose one other day to be able to match with Friday. Whether it is Monday, whether it is Wednesday, whether it is Tuesday, or whether it is Thursday. Yeah. But we'll discuss that right behind the scene. As soon as I leave the show, I will call you. Make sure that your phone is open. So thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okwara, what is your name and where are you calling from? Okwara, what is your name and where are you calling from? So yeah, for those of you who want to reach out to me, to be able to talk to me before I leave, my number is 215-266-6509. Once more, my number is 215-266-6509. Once more, 215-266-6509. So that's it. Brother Francis, you want to do your commercial before we?
Yeah, it be somebody said, another comment said, I'm looking too sad today. Sometimes it is just on the basis of nature. I'm very, very okay, like I said, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm strong. The state of my union is very, very strong, but sometimes it's just out of nature, we're trying to just calm down naturally, but I'm okay, I'm not hungry. I'm okay. So folks, we are doing good. And you know what? Everybody that called me after the show, I appreciate your thought, appreciate your feedback. And on behalf of this show, we really, really, really want to say thank you for your support. Thank you plenty. Let me tell you something. Detour, one of our popular local musician in America, they call him Detour. I don't know his real name, but we call him Detour. So the man say, if the people not talk about you, you can't even prosper. That's why you say, oh, that I'm the people not talk about you, you can't even prosper. So when the people talking about you, it means you are doing better. So you must tell them to add grease on that talk about. We call it gossip, chichipole, Liberian way. So we are not panicked by that, especially those of us that come from public space and we stay there and we're making this analysis. Sometimes people don't like it, but it is part of life, okay? So we are making progress. We want to be among the small business in America because American government supports small businesses, especially minority businesses. We want to be there. We are almost there, but we ain't reached yet. So everything we needed to do, registration, legality, everything in place, and people are responding very well, very well. We might not be getting the money right now, but first and foremost, we are getting people interested in what we're telling them, the information we're sharing business-wise. So Kangoma Multi Services Consulting Immigration Services, that is our main specialty. That's the reasons why always coming first. But we do other things. We do not contested divorce, which have been very, very difficult in terms of information sharing between the parties. We also do insurance, and that is long story. We just keep it on the sideline. We do taxes too. Somebody say, well, this guy here, you do everything. Whatever you must man, are they business operation now? So when you do MBA, there are a lot of things involved. So I'm trying to use my brain. But folks, you know, anything about immigration besides going to court, let me know. Let me know. Trust me. We don't know it all, like AB always saying. That's true. Nobody has monopoly over knowledge. At some point, you got your limit too. And I don't answer all of the questions. Some of it, I don't really know the answer to them, to be honest with you. But I try to provide it in our context as immigrant. I'm not copying from anybody, just copying from myself. I came as an immigrant on the diversity, how they call it, lottery. So my family that I brought, I didn't go to lawyer. I did it by myself because I got trained to do it. So we say it and we give you the information in real time. And the good thing about it, we understand the customary law in Liberia, the statute, and the legality surrounding it. So we tell you exactly what you're supposed to do and get things going. Some people have been administratively denied for some reason on the I-130 and the citizenship, something like that. That's true. But that doesn't mean that's the end of your life. We can redo it. So you want to file for your parents, you want to file for your children, you want to file for your husband if you are married, your wife, you want to do fiancé visa, boyfriend, girlfriend visa. Even on some other social issues. We just found pleasure and motivation to do this because of our own personal life, because of our training, our experiences with other folks. I feel very happy to do it. I don't want to tool that about. It's okay. Call our numbers 267-648-8012. 267-648-8012. 701-330-4693. 701-330-4693. And just so you know, I'm going to be traveling a little more, but don't worry. By the grace of God, everywhere I go, I'm not going anywhere until my body can return. Until Mr. Kamara can return from Africa, I'm not going anywhere, just so you know. But just in case, the day you call the 701 number, you don't get me, call my 267. Any part of the world I go is active. I pay for it. If you don't get me on it, call my WhatsApp. If you and I, we are friends on Facebook, go to Messenger. But the good news is we got two major companies in Liberia, telecommunication company. They say that three, but the government, or even the government, we're not using it. Leteco. So we got Orange, and then we got Lone Star MTN. So when I go to visit my old people in Lofa County, for example, the signal that there, my Verizon in America will switch me to that signal. When I go all the way to Kwangbera home, up the hill, then they will switch me probably to Lone Star. It was so fabulous. Can you imagine? Local number. I had local number in Liberia could not work, but my international number was working. That's a power for the United States. America is very powerful. It was switching me through the satellite. Everywhere I went, AB, it was so fabulous. And you need to do the same thing, AB, if you want, but a little bit expensive though.
No, I'm not doing that.
So, I mean, I believe in capitalism. You know, whatever we do, our purse, our wallet, our pocket speak to that. You know, so folks, you know, we want to say thank you and we appreciate your support. The way you respond to us, give us more reason and more motivation to keep doing what we're doing. Yeah. And hopefully one of these clips will sound to some other leaders that will come into our political space based on the decisions of the people to bring them forward, that we see our history as a stepping stone to make life better in Liberia. Nobody is perfect here. But what we are saying through these clips, through these, you know, through the trenches of history, our political history, our political past,
you know,
is for our government to start taking steps towards steady progress. You cannot be the one elected to protect the people, and you are the very one telling the people you will not protect them, and everybody should protect themselves. Okay. And your surrogates are doing something ugly. You are saying something different. You don't really mean what you say as a leader. Where do we go from that? If anybody say we hate George Weah, we hate Koji because he got to the mayor position, it's on you. But you see the reality on the ground. Even if they can go 12 years, or let's say they will be there forever, they will say that anyway, naturally. So what are you going to do about that? Let's be honest. Let's call it so and call it so.
Francis, I wanted for you to respond. There's a guy up here called Benedict Morris. He is just posted. He just posted something calling.
What my number alone?
I don't know what he mean by that. What he mean by that? I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know what he mean about that. But he talking about what? Let me see. You already started corruption by your number alone. You don't trust your friend. Who I don't trust?
So maybe
I don't understand that Benedict. You know, Benedict, if he can call on the show, we appreciate it. And
yeah, if he can be able to call us to be able to explain to us what you mean by that.
Explain to us what you mean by that. But let me just add it a little bit. AB said this platform is not for Unity Party people, Sedition, or ALP people, or Liberty Party people. This platform is for all of us. And even after the show, AB and I, we usually have conversation. I personally want, like, we should be open to everybody. Say what you want to say. If you call up with our time, or we will shut you off. That's normal. Even here, cable news, sometimes I get pissed with WHYY or Minnesota Public Radio. People call them really making important, or suggestion and comment. That's what I listen to in my car. NPR, I listen to them. They will cut you off when the journalist has their time. They will cut you off. So if you call, you want to go above the limit that we gave you, the time that we give, we'll cut you off. But we really trying to accept everybody's contribution. So if you say I already started corruption by my number alone, I don't know what you mean about that. But let me tell you something. I got 2 numbers. In fact, I got 3. Altogether 4.
I think he is.
No, AB, let me just explain myself. I got 4 numbers. One for the show we're on right now. AB give me 1 number, yeah, I'll pay for that. Yeah, the 267 number, 9382801. This number assigned to me. And when AB leave the country, that number, when I come on the show, don't call that number. You need to call the one I just called to you. That one the number I got. Besides that, I got 1 number because we don't have landline in America now. Some businesses still have it. I got 1 phone number for my house, my apartment. I want that. I'm telling the detail of that, okay? Then I got personal number that I had before I established my business. The 267 number, my personal number from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The 701 that the business number here in North Dakota. So if I decide to keep my customers in America, who call them clients, afloat through information sharing to be able to get to me wherever I go around the world. You said I want that corruption. Okay, I don't know your definition of corruption, but I'm not taking public money or public resources or other people's resources for myself, because that's the basis of corruption. I'm not doing that. So until you can call on the show and make her to understand, and our audience,
I think
then that's all I got to say about that.
I think he is trying to talk about me announcing my number. I think that's why the bearer is trying to say.
Oh, you are not. But people say you should announce it so they can call you behind the scenes, so that one that cry.
Yeah, I don't know what he mean, because.
But then don't speak for him, AB.
Yeah, I think it is better for you to call, for you to be able to tell us what you mean. But please give your number as well, better. We want to make our contributions to both of you for balance. So I think they're talking about you to give your Cash App number. I think he is talking about that, because I think he already have mine. So he is talking about you. Benedict Morris, you really need to call because you have all confused.
You need to call. You gotta confuse. Okay, I don't know what kind of money you want to send to me. I like to work for my money. Okay, I like to work for my money. As somebody, I spend money, so I like to work for it. They have my computer talking on now. It be encourage me, I pay for it. That's not Braga pay for it for me. My own money. Okay?
Yeah.
The headphone, yeah, I've been having problem with the rope. I just got this. You know, my brother will live in America. When I get out of this show, I'm going to do 11 hours today. Me, I can announce my own hours. And there's somebody said on the post, somebody that I respect, in fact, my uncle, one of my uncles, they say we're supposed to be telling the people, we're supposed to come up with strategy to de-escalate the tension in Liberia. What kind of strategy I got to de-escalate the tension when the people will surrender our political rights to the government headed by George Weah is escalating the situation in Liberia by doing the very thing that led us to war. When his surrogates are saying the same thing, when they're doing the same thing, anybody protest, they will go counter-protest so they can collapse, so people can get into chaos. You know how many people jobless in Liberia? You know how many people jobless in Liberia? You remember September 18 and the so-called Christian and Muslim war? You know how many, what business people lost in terms of material value?
Okay.
And you president, you sit over there, say everybody must protect themselves, and you got your number one youth surrogate, Jefferson Koji, saying that he's ready with his flesh and his blood to go and counter protest where other people will be. That is trouble for you, Mr. Weah.
Okay.
Don't allow it.
Okay.
So I'm not able, I don't have any technique to de-escalate that kind of tension, because I do not have the authority. I do not have the authority.
Okay.
Another guy said, I can't see anything wrong in the camp of opposition. I told him, say, you're not following the show. Go back. My buddy and I, we clashed yesterday. I see run everywhere. But I'm not a perfect person to come here and kind of like portray myself as a Superman. I'm not a Superman. If you find a call on the show and pull it forward, we will debate the issues.
Okay. All right.
Debate the issue. We don't know it all. Maybe for the benefit of them, if you want to contribute to the show, what we just talked about, AB will be traveling. He will not be here. He will not be here at least for 30 days, something like that, based on what he told me. So my Cash App number is, I'm going to go slow because mostly people say I can talk too fast. I don't know where the local kind of come from talking fast. 267-648-8012. 267-648-8012. If you want to send it through Zelle, that's the same number. Cash App, that's the same number. Okay? Zelle and Cash App, that's the same number. Let me call it again, very, very slow or slowly. 267-648-8012. Zelle and Cash App. It'll be back to you.
Yeah, I think you should just get your parting statement because we are about to close. So
Today is kind of like harmonization. My body is leaving the show for family reason to go and do memorial survey for his late dad. It be in this public manner and on behalf of our platform, I want to say again our deepest condolences to you and your family. And we pray that our God, our good God, will protect you to and from Guinea. And by the grace of God, everything you're going to be doing going to be protected by Him. Your forward, backward, left, and right. So I want you to have that mindset that there is no amount of evil, either from where we're talking about, like you call place, where you're going, will come across you. That will be dark. That will be blind. So that is my prayer for you. And by the grace of God, you will return safely and you will bring out more new ideas to the platform because you are going to Guinea. Should be able to compare the Guinean junta leader to that of probably George Weah in terms of development and what is going on in Guinea. Hopefully we'll get that. Because when I went to Liberia after staying here for 3-4 years, and I went back there, I was there 2018, I went back there 3 days, I got something different in real time, than not TV, than not Facebook, in real time. So I want to say thank you to everybody. We appreciate your contribution. We appreciate your feedback. And you know, like I always say, we are not enemies. We are Liberian people. We are all brothers and sisters, cousins, nephews, uncles. Don't think, say, when I sit on this show, when I get off, you're not supposed to call me. No, I don't play that game. Godfrey, I went to good school. All of us got emotions. I agree with that. Sometimes we flip. But philosophers say it is not how many times you fell, but how much effort you made to wake up and keep going. One of the last speeches of Dr. Martin Luther King, unquote, everybody must contribute. Everybody must do something positive. If you can't run, you must walk. If you can't walk, you must crawl. But by all means, we the people must do something to make Liberia a better place. Thank you. Thank you plenty.
thank you. You know, Francis, you come to the platform with a lot of ideas. And I never made a mistake by me choosing you to come to be my co-host. It was not by mistake. Because of your ideas. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. What is the name and where are you calling?
My name is Benedict Morris. I'm calling from Texas. I just wanted to make a quick, impact, on the show. Sorry for already late, but I'm sorry for the late calling.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you guys. I couldn't get you, so I'm sorry for the delay.
Okay. Benedict Morris, go ahead.
Yeah. What I was saying, let me say thank you for the show, and I like the objective of the show. And from all of what you've been saying, the objective is, whether you from anywhere, from north, east, west, and south of the earth, everybody got a say on your show, which is a very good thing. That has been objective. It's not everybody in Liberia or outside Liberia who came from Liberia actually want to be a part of any political party. But when it comes to leadership, everybody has got involved, with what we all think what contribution we can make, with respect to getting the leader, which is a very good thing. You allowing everybody to talk about observing that. But on the line of what I was saying, you gave your number first, the other guy who wearing the shades, the black shades and the hat. I don't know your name, sorry.
My name is
but
Abraham.
You gave your number first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abraham, it was not any negative thing I was portraying, but I was just playing fun, to just, enlighten you. That when it comes to, a contribution, for that show that you're trying to make to be for the public, there gotta be a standard number, and none of you owning that number. The number is owed to the show. The show is owning the number. That's what I'm trying to say. So I keep hearing you say, "Call me." Another guy say, "I got my number. This is my number. This." So when you're discussing the show, I was just suggesting when you're discussing the show that you say for the Liberian people and for us, let that number be for the show. Maybe the show will have a name.
Yeah.
Let the number be for the show. That number is not owned to you. If you bought that number originally, it's a contribution. But I mean, in the future, let the number be owed to the show.
Okay.
So that people cannot have, any different, cannot have doubts.
Which of course we have done.
You're not home. What contribution is made? It is going directly, to the show under the
captions
or the control of both of you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to make.
Yeah, that is correct. But as you can see, we have two numbers. The show have two numbers. Apart from my personal number, apart from Francis' personal number, the show have two numbers. One of the number is 267-938-2801. That is Francis' number. That is the control from Francis' side. From our side, there is the 215-824-8124. Even when I'm not, I don't carry that phone with me. Francis does not carry that phone with him wherever he's going. We leave after the show. We leave that phone here. That phone number belongs to the show. But what we have never done, it is, and I agree with you, what we have never done, we have never decided for us to have both number being registered to Cash App.
Thank you.
That wish we would do when I come back or before I leave. Thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah. Because you don't want to give any reflection. People, we hearing all of what you're saying.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
It makes us feel bad. I know, my man, you got to tell me. The people on our end, we know, how trustworthy you people are, this and that. But I just want you, because what you say, that what people watch and follow on.
Yeah,
so
the reason.
Be general.
Yeah, the reason why I was able to give my number and my cash, that was even for the contribution of the show, where it will be reeling. That contribution will be done with me and Francis. That is the reason why. But when you hear me announcing my number, my personal number, which is the WhatsApp number, it is for somebody who want to offer a word of prayer, for somebody who want to offer me lay token, somebody who want to pray for me, because I'm going on my father trip. I'm going to go pay my last respect. So there have been some people who were asking, how can we contribute towards their trip? So that was the reason why I was able to announce my number.
It became confusing, and because you talk about your personal matter or the general matter, with all clarification, they could kind of confusing. But I didn't mean any harm.
No, you're right.
That when you speak on the show, for that show, when you start the show, let it be general for the show. Let people know. Then at the end of the show, maybe you can bring in your personal matters. But while the show is going, they're bringing your personal matter, you can confuse the listener.
No. You are right, and we allowed the show to play out. It is the end that I was able to come out to be able to say that. I know, and I mean, you are right. We'll take your advice into consideration. We will establish the Cash App number from Francis' side on Francis 267 number. We'll establish the Cash App on the side on the 215 number on the above numbers. So that we'll be able to do that.
Remember, don't use the RR too much. It's scary.
Yeah,
he shouldn't use RR too.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to say for my short contribution on Liberia's, stuff, just very short. I just want to advise us. Anything that has to do with peace for Liberia should get nothing to do with politics. And anybody who comes with any violence, whether from the north, east, west, the south, about Liberia should be discouraged. You got your right to be to your very political, you got your, whatever political side you want to choose, you can do that. But when it comes to the peace and security for Liberia, because We know what we went through. Today, our country, we even got a balance yet. We can't even balance from the thing we suffer from in our country. We're still fighting, We're praying God to help us, to get our country stable, but we don't want to encourage any violence, You can preach politics, but when you start going gutter, in your political views and things, it's scary because the old people over there ain't got no future flying, all the things are going on. The poor people, they become the victim at the end of the day. So anybody that, trying to promote violence, whether from a high class level, from a low class level, or a medium level, we should discourage it. That's my only contribution,
Thank you
so much for allowing me the time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maurice, for coming on board. Thank you very much. We appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, I mean, he struck a very salient point. I mean, we are not knowledgeable in everything. So, I mean, what he said, he don't mean harm. He is saying it from the deep of his heart. So we'll take that into considerations. That's all we have time for, man. I will be traveling on August 9 to Guinea. And don't ask me why Guinea. Don't ask me that.
Maybe, let's call it a day, my brother.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why Guinea. Don't ask me.
And while we are here, we want to say thank you to all of you for coming to the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. The chief driver, Francis Kangoma Dono, will be driving you through Monday morning. With God's willing, we'll be back. Thank you. And we have time for this morning. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye for now.